नमस्ते, आदाब, सत श्री अकाल एंड वेरी गुड मॉर्निंग टू ऑल ऑफ यू। मुझे उम्मीद है कि जैसे जैसे कोरोना की ग्राफ नीचे की तरफ बढ़ रही है, वैसे ही आप सभी की हौसलों की उड़ान शिखर की तरफ बढ़ने को अग्रसर होंगी। उसी उड़ान की में आप लोग सभी की सहायता करने के लिए इंडस्ट्री इंसाइडर्स की टीम एक नई टॉक शो के सेशन के साथ आप सभी के समक्ष उपस्थित है। तो इसी के साथ आगे बढ़ते हैं। मैं आशुतोष कुमार सुमन एज योर होस्ट फॉर दिस सेशन presenting talk show on the topic Journey from Campus to Career, powered by Industry Insiders। आज जो इंडस्ट्रियल एक्सपर्ट हमारे साथ जुड़े हैं, he is very known public figure and by the place of God I got opportunity to meet with him during my college days. So I love to introduce Mr. Damanpreet Singh sir. He is a master trainer in the field of personality development as well as computer oriented skills. His academic degrees comprises of Bachelor of Technology in Computer Science and Engineering. Further, Masters of Business Administration and Specialization in Human Resource and IT Systems. He has conducted training programs in more than 350 colleges and universities all across the nation under the umbrella of TechnoSoft program, which comprises personality development. He has more than 7 years of intensive industry experience in the training domain. His outstanding and incredible bond with the students who attend his training programs witness his excellence skills of delivery and resonance of motivation which he displays in the sessions. He has conducted over 80 workshops in the corporate sector as well as throughout his entire career. Mr. Singh is key personality development trainer and an IELTS certified professional. His expertise lies in his humorous way to deliver fluence in Punjabi, Hindi as well as English too. He covers almost all the important aspects which a person needs to adopt to achieve a non-beatable, smart and attractive personality. Okay, so we had already take mm, so I had already take much more time. So now I request Mr. Davanpreet sir kindly share few moments of your journey with us.
Two. Okay, so first of all, I would like to thank Ashutosh for a warm welcome. Ashutosh, when you were speaking about my journey and about my degrees and all the skills and the things which I have done in my past, I was figuring it out that is that really for me? Did I have done so many things in my past? Actually, when you start with the flow, when you go with the flow and you keep on doing the things in your life, whatever comes to you, so I think nobody has the time to count the things what they are doing. We don't have the time to look at the things what we are doing. We are just doing it with the flow. So it's like flying in the sky with a no thread. So if you don't have a thread to catch you, you're flying in the sky like anything. So I think this has happened with me as well. So anyhow, it's so nice to hear from you, Ashutosh. And secondly, I'm very delighted to be here at Industry Insiders platform. And I always look forward for any such platform where I can contribute something out of me, which can be helpful for the people who are studying in the college, university, or working in a job environment as a beginner. So my experience, if anyhow can help them, I would be really very happy to do that. So Ashutosh, just first to give me a clarification that am I audible? Am I clear?
Yes, sir, you are totally audible and visible too, sir.
Okay, thank you so much, Ashutosh. So, should I start about my journey, or you have want some questions to ask to me?
No, sir, we love to know about your journey that you have achieved number of things.
Okay, so first I should start with the journey, right? So, friends, first of all, I don't want to make it a very professional interview kind of a thing, because when I go to the corporates or to the colleges, then I do have a formal meetings over there. But this particular session of today, I want to make it very informal, or like a casual talk or a conversation with a person whom you know from a very past time. So I don't want to make it very formal. So I will go in a mixture of Hindi and English both, so that it should reach to all the audience. No matter there should not be any language barrier when we are speaking, right? So I will be using Hindi and English together so that it could reach to the more number of people and it will be beneficial to them. And Ashutosh, can I ask you a question over here?
Yes, sir, sure, sure.
Ashutosh, give me an answer, very honest answer. Suppose if you're going on the road, right, and at a random street you're going, and you look at some girl, and if you will propose her for a marriage, do you think she will say yes to you?
I don't think, sir, as per my achievement, as and he is not know much more about me, then he will always reject me, sir.
Great. Honestly, this will happen with me as well if I will be at your place. So don't mind just taking an example. So it will happen with me as well. The point which I want to make over here, friends. So if you are going to if you don't know anybody, right? If you don't know that person and you feel you want to go in a relationship with that person, right? Then that fellow will definitely reject you. So similarly, when we are joining a company, so joining a company is like a marrying a company. So when you join a company to work with them, you actually marrying like a company, because more than the time you give to your house or your family, actually more than that you give to the company where you're working into. So okay, let me translate in Hindi as well. I forgot. So जब हम किसी कंपनी में काम करते हैं तो दोस्तों it's like we are getting married to that company. सिमिलरली अगर हम किसी पर्सन को जानते नहीं है, अगर हम उसे मैरिज के लिए प्रपोज करते हैं, लिव इट फॉर द मैरिज, इवन आप अगर एक होटल का रूम भी बुक करते हैं, आप एक दिन के लिए वहां रुकना चाहते हैं, तो पहले आप उस होटल के रूम को अंदर जाके देखना चाहेंगे, या एटलीस्ट उसके पिक्चर्स देखना चाहेंगे जो रूम आप बुक करना चाहते हैं. Similarly, if you want to join a company and you want to stay there for 9 to 5 a day and 7 or 5 or 6 days a week and for your 1 year of your time, so I think you need to know more about the company. The problem with today's generation is that they are joining the company without knowing the things which are happening in an actual industry environment. What is the need, what they do, what are their products, their strengths and their knowledge about the things. So this is what happens with them, and ultimately they fail in that. And this is the same case which happen with any a relationship. When we have with a person, the answer is breakup. So finally we break up with the company in month or a two, we are not longer working with that company. So similarly, as per the statistics which I read somewhere, that out of the 10 people who are working in a company for their first job, they swap the company or they get fired or they even resign the company within few months only, for the few 6 to 5 months only. They are not able to cope up with the things. So ultimately, friends, the purpose of this particular session is to understand what is going to happen with you once you step out of your college, how the things will change in an industrial environment. So I will start with my personal experience. So when I was in college, I luckily got the admission into SLIET Longowal, and I feel very blessed to be there, because for me, it's like Longowal is like a home for me, because I stayed there for a longer period. I stayed there for 7 long years of my life in the hostel, and it is really a lovely place. So in my college, I did a lot of experiments. I did a lot of things. So I think you all should do. A college is a place where you do a lot of things, and I think you should explore everything, whatever comes to your way. It could be your academics, it could be your practicals, it could be your sports, cultural activities, literary events, extracurricular activities, your dance, your singing, your passion. Follow and do everything, whatever the possibilities or the opportunities you have in whatever college you are studying. So I think we all should do that, because while doing that, you will explore yourself and you will come to assess yourself. Once you open yourself to all the things, whatever comes your way, you actually start assessing yourself, that what are your SWOT. And this is my one important thing which I want to talk about. SWOT. It stands with SWOT. I think many of you must be aware with that, but for those who are not, I would like to cast some light on that. So S stands for strength, W for the weakness, O for the opportunities, and T is for your threats. So friends, you should be aware with your strengths. What are your capabilities? What are your strengths? What are you good at? Second, you should be very much aware about your weaknesses. What are your problems, your loopholes? Third, you should be aware with the opportunities which are made for you. There are a number of opportunities which are going on, which are coming up everywhere. You can't hold all the opportunities. Every opportunity is not for you. You need to choose that. Which one is for me and which one is not for me, right? Otherwise, you will distract your way. So you need to understand what are the opportunities you are looking for. Number 4 and the last is the threat. So you should be knowing what are the dangers and what are the threats which are involved for you when you will be stepping out of these things. So when I was in my college, I did a lot of participations in all the things, whatever comes to my way. I was a member of, I think, all the committees in ISTE, like Computer Society, then NSS. I worked with so many faculty members of the college. Although I belong to Computer Science department, but I think there is no any faculty in a different department as well, which I'm not aware of. I had worked with Dr. Java from chemical, Dr. Nanda from food, Professor Manoj Goel, he's one of my guru from mechanical. So I think I had worked with every people. The people who are from different departments was not a problem for me. Actually, I never, I don't constrain myself from thinking about the person or from the department. I think from where I can learn something. I'm always in a hunger of learning something new. So wherever I think I can learn something new, I used to go there in my college. So I will recommend the same thing to you, the youngsters, the people who are in the colleges right now. Friends, college is a place for you to explore and assess yourself through SWOT. So this is the bottom line of my talk up to this. Number two, the next thing which I want to talk about is about the opportunities, like related to the career opportunities. I would also like to add something. Many of you or many people out there are talking about career speeches and they are giving a lectures and the sessions, and they don't even know it's not career, it's career first of all. Career वो होता है जो आपके साइकिल के पीछे लगा होता है. So it is not career, it's career. So let's make it a good point over here. So from here onwards, whenever we will talk about a future, we will talk about career, not the career, right? So in the future career, I think I got selected. I got a campus placement as well. I got selected in Indian Navy. I think which is something to be proud of. I got selected in Indian Army as well when I was in second year of my degree. And I got selected in some technical companies as well. Although there were not very good opportunities in the college campus placements at that time, still I got many opportunities and I got selected in many companies as well. But I didn't went anywhere. I actually wanted to explore myself in the industry as well. So I went to Gurgaon, to NCR, Delhi area. And I went, actually, I always love to give interviews. I love to give interviews. I love to present myself. So when I went for the interviews, I nearly, in 1 week, I maybe appeared for more than 10 interviews. And luckily, I got selected in 8 or 9 out of them, I think. So one or the two companies, those rejected me. For others, it may be something to be demoralized about, but I'm really very proud of that. Whenever you go for a big company or a good company, whenever even they reject you, they will give you a letter. They will give you written information that why we are not able to hire you, why we are not hiring you. So on those rejection letters, it was mentioned that Mr. Singh or Mr. Damanpreet, you are over talented. We can't hire you. If we will hire you within a month or two, you will get a better opportunity and you will leave us. So we can't see a stable candidate in you. We can't work with you. So they didn't selected me for that job. So I think those are selection letters. The 8 companies which selected me, like Wipro and the other good companies, those selection letters were in my almirah, but those rejection letters were pasted on the wall of my room as a motivational booster for me, because I was taking it very positive. They are not selecting me because they know that I am over talented. I am better than that position. So I always took these things as a motivation for me. So the second bottom line which I want to cover up over here is your communication skills, is your business skills. Why I never feared from the companies and why I never feared from giving the interviews. The point is that I was always having the good communication skills with me. So my second point, the second highlight for you all is, guys, work on your communication skills. Work on your personality development. Personality doesn't only mean your clothes. Problem is, most of the people think that when we say personality development, they are thinking about clothes only. So personality is not about the clothes. It needs many more other things. There are many more other things. It also talks about your confidence. It talks about your non-verbal communication, which you don't even speak, but you speak. That is your non-verbal communication. Your face expressions, your body language. I think there are a number of things. Your voice of saying, your accent, your tone, your skills. So, the problem with India is that the students are having good technical knowledge. They are good in marks. They have good technical knowledge. The problem is they are not able to express their knowledge. They have the knowledge, but they are not able to express the knowledge. Guys, note down this my point. If you have the knowledge, but you are not able to express that knowledge, then there is no benefit of having that knowledge. You're not better than that man who don't have knowledge. So until unless you can't express yourself, you can't present yourself, there is no any benefit of having any knowledge in you. So today we are living in 21st century, and everything, I think it is the era of communication. Today, the people who are at a good positions, even if you will talk about our prime minister, I'm not making it political, but want to just give you one particular example. Even if you will talk about Prime Minister Narendra Modi, I don't know about his political or the things which he's doing for the country is good or bad. That is a separate thing. My point is, he is a great oratorical skills. He has a great oratorical skills. He has a great communicator. At least he is a great communicator. This is sure. You know, where the way Modi speaks, he comes to the stage and the moment he says, "Bhai aur behno," you know, and you know, sare log usi samay uske saath connected. This is what he do. I think we should be having such kind of a communication skills. We can also be the prime minister of a country. So on a funny note, but on a very interesting and giving a message to you guys, we need to be great communicator in this century. The one more conclusion I can get out of this is that the person who is having good technical skills, he can be unemployed in this particular age we are living in. The person who is having great technical skills can be left unemployed, unfortunately. But the person who is having good communication skills can never be unemployed. Note down by this point. The person who is having good communication skills, that person can never be unemployed. At least he will be able to earn the bread and butter for the family. He will be the breadwinner of the family. He will not sleep hungry. So the bottom line for you all is improve your communication skills, improve your presentation skills, improve your body language. So to do that, I will also give you a solution for that. To do that, you need to invest in yourself. The problem is today we go for a movie, we spend 500 to 1000 rupees very easily on the chips and cakes and everything. We do the celebrations. But when it comes to invest on yourself, when it comes to invest on yourself so that you can improve yourself, we always hesitate. We think the course is very costly. It will cost you 5,000, 2,000, 3,000. No, I think the course is very costly. So sorry. So I think we need to invest on ourselves at the right time. You all will be investing on yourself one day, but that will be too late. So my recommendation is invest at the earliest. At the earliest you recognize that you need to improve yourself in any particular domain or a thing, you should work on that right now. Don't be late. Third thing which I want to add over here. This was about your communication. First was about the opportunities and the job you need to understand in your extracurricular activities. Third thing which I want to add over here is about your attitude, is about your behavioral skills, is about your, the adjustment, the conducive skills you have. You need a transformational change when you go from your college to a career. Guys, it is a big transformation from a college to a career or a corporate. I think there is a big change, and that change you have to incorporate in yourself. The problem is when we are living in a college, we feel that we are the king. When we live in the college, we feel like we are the king and you can go out and change the world very easily. This is the same thing which I thought when I was in my university. So I was thinking like I will go out and I will change the world. Friends, life is not that easy. If you think your teacher, so your particularly your maths teacher is a tough guy, guys, wait for your boss. Then you will feel there is somebody else who is more difficult than your maths teacher. Friends, the things are not as easy as it seems in the college. Once you step out of your college, then you will be aware with the harsh realities of the world outside in the real world. So in the industry, what is happening is I will give you a short brief of that. Guys, there are three revolutions we need to understand. Number one, first, there was an industry revolution. I think it was about the age when our grandfathers or the great-grandfathers were working in the industry. At that time, factories were established and people were working in the companies or the factories for their, for their basic food, shelter, clothes, like the basic needs. So at that time, even if your boss will beat you physically, even then you will not left the job. That was the time. You will not leave the job, even if your boss will beat you physically. That was the time, because people were dependent on their jobs and they can't afford to leave the job at any cost. Then the age of our fathers came, or even we can talk about somewhat of the previous 10 to 20 years back only. So that was the time. Then there was an information revolution. Now we are living in the world of IT. Everything is information. Everything is, there is a flood of information nowadays. If you will put up one word in Google, there will be millions of websites to give you the information on that particular one word or anything, any topic you want to cover up with. So that IT world, that information revolution came up with the standard of life, right? So earlier was industrial revolution. Now after that there was an IT revolution in which people started figuring out their more needs and desires as well. Now people work for to pay their bills, to pay their EMIs, to pay their flat bills or electricity or the consumer good things. Now they are talking about standard of living. But the new world which is emerging, or I should say that it already emerged somewhat, is the world of social influence. Now, this is the time, even the pandemic corona or COVID-19, I think it has given a drastic boost to the things that people nowadays are changing towards a social influence because of the digital marketing, because of the digital world we are proceeding towards. Now we not only need to pay the bills, now we also need social recognition when we work. We need rewards, we need a handsome salary, we need appraisals, we need claps, we need standing ovations. We always want to stand out of the crowd, right? So this is what has a change in the industry. But if you are expecting these sort of things from the companies and the industry, what actually you have in yourself, that is equally important. If you expect your company to reward you, to pay you a handsome salary, these all are the things which you want. But what will you give to them, right? It is equally important what you have in yourself to give to them. So you need to have good technical skills. For the technical, I can make a little point over here. See, we are having around 6 to 8 subjects in a one semester, right? And we are having 4 semesters for the diploma, or maybe 6 or 8 in the degree as well. So guys, don't try to be the best in all the subjects. This is my personal opinion. I may be wrong, or it may differ from the others. Don't try to be perfect. Like, since I belong to computers, I can talk about computers. Don't try to be a good programmer at the same time and great, coding and the web browsing, or you're doing some, the other fields, the database or the IT or the hacking or cyber skills. I think choose one field and be the master of that. It's not good to be jack of all trades and master of none. So थोड़ा थोड़ा सभी trades का पता है, लेकिन I am not good at none. So I think better is choose one particular field which interests you, the things which you feel you are comfortable at, which you enjoy actually. So instead of getting 90% marks or the 80% marks or above 100, even 95 as well, I think you be a 7 to 8 pointer, you score 70 to 80%. That is particularly fine, no issues. But be an expert, be a good person, be perfect in one particular field. It can be anything as per your stream or taste, and be an expert of that. So that whenever something required in that particular field, only the person that comes to my mind, or that comes to the picture of person, that should be you only. So I think be an expert rather than getting all the subjects and getting all the marks. Don't go for the marks. I think what Amir has said in 3 Idiots, it really works, guys. It is very, very good message. So don't, as he said in the movie, कि success के पीछे मत भागो, कामयाब बनो, तो जो success है वो झक मार के आपके पीछे आएगी. I truly believe in that. I feel it's really a good message. And anything else, Ashutosh, you want me to speak about? Please give me a hint, or please give me a topic to speak. I will continue with that.
Sir, I want to know that, sir, from college, when you have passed out, and right now you are as a owner of GLC and a founder of DC Crackers and all that. So I want to know these things. How can anyone start these things and move towards this way?
Okay, Ashutosh. So, guys, when I was in my college, I luckily got into the company of one of my guru, as I told you earlier as well. That is Professor Manoj Goyal from Mechanical Department. That is the person, that is the gentleman to whom I owe my life actually. He is one of those person who played a major role in shaping my career, my life. Whatever I am today, the major part of that goes to him only. So when I was a student in my degree, computer science and engineering doing my BTech. I was in my third year or maybe pre-final year, what we call. I did my first motivational speech when I was in the pre-final year. In Sangarur, there is a cinema, Fun Square. Fun Square Mall is there, and I still remember we booked up the entire, the auditorium, and we delivered our first motivational session when I was a student. Guys, you need to be confident about yourself. You need to trust yourself, and I will definitely give the credit to my team what I had at that time. And that team was basically united with me because of the cultural activities which I started doing in my college life. I had a number of plays, stage plays, what we call as a choreographies at that time. So we particularly pick up a story and we put some music, background music, and we make it interesting and we try to give a message out of that. There are a number of videos on YouTube as well regarding the same. So we were doing that cultural activities. I made up that team, and slowly and steadily, even I don't know when that cultural activities team started becoming my family, started becoming my careers anyhow. This is, as I told you in the very beginning, this is like you are a kite and you don't have a thread and there is the air. So go with the flow. So I was going with the flow. Whatever is coming to me, I was doing that. I was not aware that one day that just a group of college students will also come up, with like a private registered, government registered company someday. Today, that is a brand. Today, we have a collaboration with IIT Kanpur for that DC crackers. And I think it's a very big thing. So, you never know, the things will come to you in an unpredictable way. Sometimes success is also accidental, but you need to work on that. You should be positive in your life, so ultimately things comes to you. So I started DC Crackers when I was in my diploma or degree. My first motivational session was in Sangarur when I was in my pre-final year. And after that, I went to Chandigarh for a couple of months and I delivered my motivational talk shows in Tagore Theatre, Punjab, Kala Bhavan. These are the like prime places of Chandigarh. Whenever there is some celebrity coming from Bollywood or some singer or politician need to speak, these are the platforms they use. After that, I went to Faridabad for some time and then I went to Gurgaon. So I think one more thing which I can, which I can squeeze from my journey as a lesson for you, guys, always keep time and keep space for traveling. Traveling teaches you a lot. Traveling is the best education you can give to yourself. I think this is one of the other things which we can conclude out of the story, that is traveling. Traveling is very important. Whenever you travel, you learn a number of things. You come to know about the different peoples, you meet strangers, you make new friends, and you also learn about the new languages, even new foods, their festivals, their their living ways. I think there are a number of things which we can also learn from that. So I think this is about the DC Crackers. Started from the college, and today we have come up with the company, and we are established and recognized by the government as well. Secondly, talking about particularly GLC, the Global Learning Center. This is my venture which I started back, I think, in 2017 or 18. Since I was having a good communication skills, I wouldn't say very good, but yes, I was good in college as well. So slowly and steady, I worked on that. Then I, passed some certifications which are required for this particular thing. And it started 2 years back. Now I'm working in this as well. The people who are having, particularly in Punjab, what is happening is, if the people are not getting good opportunities to work somewhere, there are no better opportunities for them. So they are, and they are less aware about what is happening in the other parts of the India. There are good opportunities, there are good places, but particularly in Punjab, there are not such things happening, unfortunately. So they think that moving to abroad or moving to other good nations, they can make up a good career. So we are helping them to fulfilling their dreams. I think this is also a good thing that they are able to fulfill their dreams with the help of GLC. So we are doing these things right now. Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir, for this wonderful session. As per my opinion, it is much more beneficial for youth. So with that, we will go ahead to take some questions. These questions come from different disciplines, students, and different persons related with different industries, sir. So can we go ahead with the questions, sir?
Please, I would
Yes,
love to
yes,
answer.
sure, sure. So first question we have, what is the dark side of Indian education system?
Sorry, what is the dark side?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me take on this. So I think the most dark side of the Indian education system is that it is older than more than 400 years. It is older than more than 400 years. I think this education system is really very old and traditional. It need a big transformational change. Now, this year only we came up with the NEP 2020. We hope that this new education policy will change it somehow. Actually, number of policies came and went. The important point is the beauty of any policy lies in its implementation. How beautifully you implement that particular policy. So let's hope for that NEP 2020 is good for the nation. Talking about the education system or the problem in the education system is that basically that time this education system, this school thing was invented for the people who actually went to the, as I told that was the time of industrial revolution. The people were working in the factories. They were only thinking about their basic needs, but food, clothes, and shelter. So at that time, the schools were like a factories. If you can correlate with me, just imagine the things which happen in the factory and the same way the things happen in the school. Turn, 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 school bell, the factory bell. Turn, 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 everyone goes to the work. So everyone started their work. Turn, 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 lunchtime, everyone go to the lunch. It's similar way the labor, the people who are working at the ground while construction or while doing some work in a factory, the things that are happening in our colleges even today. And this is alas a very bad thing which I will say that is still happening. So we need to change the system, the process. I think there are only two things on a funnier note. There are only two things which are lacking in our education system, and that is education and system.
Yes.
I think that's conclude what I wanted to say. So this is, I think, unfortunately thing. But I will also like to add a solution for this, guys. I can't change the education system. You as a one cannot change the education system. Anyhow, things are bigger and we need a system. And anyhow, things we all are contributing in our ways and our possibilities we are doing. But if the system is bad, if there is something problem in the system, there is nothing good by blaming that system, right? You need to rectify yourself. You need to come up with a solution for yourself. So don't blame the system, that will again waste you. So I think come up with the solutions like this particular sessions, these things. I think number of experts there are who can help you, and there are many good people who are ready to help. Learn from them, learn from their journeys, and come out of these things. Don't make it as a barrier. If you are schooled from a background area, if your school was not really good, if you don't have a good teacher, don't blame, because that is not the fault of that teacher. Even that teacher, when was a student, his teacher was also not a good teacher. So I think this is how the system is going on. So don't blame your teachers, don't blame your resources, don't blame anything. I think we are the one who are the in charge of our life, and we are the heroes of our story. So try to make your story interesting and come out of these barriers. Work on yourself. Right, Ashu?
Okay, thank you, sir. Sir, second question is how to find your passion.
How to find your passion? I think first of all, finding a passion is not a big thing. We easily we can figure out our passion. The problem, actual question, it should be how can we make our passion as a profession? Basically, that is a bigger thing to talk about. But first, let me answer to your question. I think, guys, to figure out your passion, you need to do one thing, which I always say, that is explore yourself. Right? You explore everything. You explore everything, right? You do everything, but you never talk to yourself. The point over here, which I want to make, is you should say to yourself, let me spend some time with me, for me, by me. Right? So we all should spend some time with us, right? When there is nobody in the room, you're sitting alone, and there are not number of things which are boggling your mind. You should be very at peace in a tranquil environment. You need to spend some time with you, for you, by you, so that you can figure out the things which you really feel are good for you. For some exercises I can tell you for that. Number one, you go with the SWOT, as I mentioned earlier. Number two, I'm giving you a very good exercise. On the notebook, write, I am happy when, and a blank. I am happy when, and a blank. Now, whenever you feel, now you are happy, fill that blank. I am happy while having this particular thing. Okay. After a couple of minutes, on a couple of days, you're doing something and you feel you're enjoying that, note on the notebook, I'm happy when I'm doing so and so things. Guys, always observe yourself. Always notice yourself. Whenever you feel you are happy, mention that thing on the notebook, that why I'm happy while doing what particular thing makes me happy. So when you will observe yourself for like 2 weeks or for the 21 days, you will come up with a number of things which makes you happy or you feel good at. After that, out of those particular things, try to choose something which can be converted into your profession. Definitely these all are your passions because you love to do that, you enjoy those things. Try to figure out something which can make a bridge so that you can also opt it as a profession in your life. So this is I'm a happy one is an exercise which can help you out with that, right?
Okay, thank you, sir. Sir, next question is from BTech second year student, and it is very interesting. In this era, where we are around number of things, how to stick to one thing that I decided if I have a monkey mind.
Ashutosh, I'm not able to understand the question. Can you reframe it or tell me in some other words?
Yes, sir.
Or you can just repeat the question.
Sir, this person asked that the number of things are gathered around us, like IT and personality development and number of things. Then how can I decide one thing and stick with one thing if I have a monkey
Okay.
mind?
Right. I think what I am getting out of the question is that he's saying that there are a number of things, there are a number of things which we should work upon, personality development or the IT or the other things. But how can we stick to one particular thing? How can we focus on one thing? How can we emphasize on one particular thing so that we can do better than that? So ultimately, I think the more important thing is something to go with. You can one thing I would like to add over here. It can help you with this is spirituality, going for some meditation. These particular things makes you relax and you can better understand yourself, right? So meditation and spirituality is one thing. Second, guys, you need to progress yourself. See, we never have time to invest in ourselves. We never have time to figure out what is more important to me. We have time, but we are very busy to invest that time in some more important things in our life, like watching Netflix TV series, watching other movies or some game, playing games like that. So I think we are doing those things and we are giving much of our time to those things. But better if we start early and we start devoting our more precious time to the things which are really matters in our life. So these things would help out.
Okay, thank
I
you.
think time management is the key, particularly. Right.
Thank you, sir. So next question is, I am 17 and I have no born skill or talent. How can I assist my skills?
Absolutely a great question. Guys, exceptions are always there. There are some people who are blessed by the God only. By birth, they have some particular skill like singing or music in the field of anything. The people there are very brilliant. They are having a mastermind from the birth. This is one thing. These are just count these people as an exception, guys. But the most of the people like you and me and many others, I think we don't have any talented by birth. We don't have any such talent by birth. We need to find out that talent and we need to polish that every day. It is a long term process. It's not a one day process. There is no any tablet available at a pharmacy which I can go and talk to the pharmacy guy and give me a tablet so that I can become talented, right? So there is no any medicine for that. You need to find out, you need to explore yourself first. Second, you need to work on that day and night. You need to polish your skills. Whenever you polish your skills, only then you will become talented. Exceptions are always there. Don't be fooled like that. One day I will sleep and in the morning I will wake up with a great talent. A miracle will happen. Miracles do happen, but count all these things as an exception. But we should need to work on that. Ashu.
Okay, thank you, sir. So next question we have three more questions, sir. Can we go ahead?
Yeah, sure. I would love to
I
answer.
am confused either to take job or follow dreams after college. As currently my dream can't fulfill my pocket, but it can fulfill my soul.
Great. So the question comprised like that. Should I go with the job or go with my passion? If I go with my passion, I'm not able to fulfill my basic needs. I'm not my job. Job can fulfill my basic needs, but my dream, my passion is not able to give me earn some money. Guys, in this particular situation, I would recommend go for the job. First, go for the job and earn a livelihood. Until unless you don't have a money in your pocket or your stomach is hungry, there is no use of any doing something passionate about. First, go for the job and never let your passion to be killed, to be murdered, to be lost. Keep that passion in yourself, keep that passion ignited in yourself. Whenever you whenever you have some time, go for your passion as well, keep it alive and wait for some time. Sometimes we can't be very quick, even I will take up my own experience as well. Since I was in my degree, since I was in my college, I was very much clear. One day I will become an entrepreneur. One day I will do the business. But even I did a job. Even I did a job. I didn't went for the business straightforward. I did my job in network goods company in Gurgaon sector 14 for around 534 days in my life, around 1.5 years, you can say. So I did the job for around 1.5 years in my life, and once I feel that now this is the right time for me to go for my passion, this is the right time. Now I can quit my job. I have some basic things with me which are required while taking the risk. When you go sorry, when you go with your passion, there are some risks, and we should never hesitate to take risk, but an educated risk. We should take an educated guess. We should go with the risk, but it should be calculated. You should not be like, if I go to the terrace and I just jump from the terrace, it is also risk. Risk is like in this way. अगर तो मैं नीचे आके खड़ा हो गया, so people will clap for me. I will be called as a Shaktiman. Or in case अगर मेरी टांग टूट गई, they will say, oh, there is a risk. But this is a foolish risk. It doesn't make any sense. So I think you should go for the risk which are very important. If you have that says, if you have 5 rupees in your pocket, take the risk of rupees 3. If you have 5 rupees in your pocket, take the risk of rupees 3. Keep the extra 2 rupees as your backup. So similarly, at this particular stage of life, go for the job, earn some your livelihood, and wait for the right moment, and never let your passion to be killed and murdered and lost. So keep it alive by keeping it as a hobby for some time, and when you feel now it's the right time, you can move your career, or you have find a bridge so that you can make your passion to a profession. At that time, do it. Since the way I did, after doing my job for 1.5 years, I shifted my career, and now I'm doing my business for last like 4 to 5 years. Yes, Ashwin.
Okay, thank you, sir. Sir, one last question we have. How much extracurricular activities impact the post-college life?
101%, more than 100%. This is the thing, guys, which has shaped me and which has shaped many others. I think 70 to 80% of the things which you do in your college, apart from your education, apart from your academics, that really makes you. So don't waste your time just doing some silly things in the college. College is like an experimental library for you. It's the place where you can explore yourself. Do all the extracurricular activities. This is my personal message to Slitians, because Slide is like an alma mater for me, and even for all the people who are studying in any college or university. Guys, do all the extracurricular activities. Involve in them. Participate in them. Winning and losing is not a thing. Either you win or lose, that is not important. The important is participation. You do the participation and you learn. In the college, there is nothing like winning and losing. It will all come to the picture when you step out of the college. So basically, college is a field where you learn, where you explore yourself. So I have, I think, more than 300 to 400 certificates of my college life only. There are many wardrobes in my house which are filled up with the trophies, the mementos, and the certificates which I win in the college. So, no matter the trophies are not useful today or useful, that is a separate thing. But I think what I have learned from those experiences, this is in me, right? That is inbuilt in me, that is inherited in me right now. So those are the experiences, those are the things which are very useful to me. So I will definitely recommend all the extracurricular activities which are available to you as per the resources and the situation. Go for them, very useful in life. Ashu.
Okay, thank you, sir. We have covered all our questions, sir. I would like to thank you, Mr. Damanpreet, sir, on behalf of my Industry Insiders team to taking the time out from your busy schedule. Okay, sir. Okay, thank you, sir. Kindly state.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ashutosh, having me over here. I'm very delighted to be a part of this particular webinar. And from my side, best of all to all of you, all the very best in your life. And my email ID or my number can be traced from Facebook easily. You can be in touch with me, whoever the audience and viewers are. So, guys, in life, I will end up with one particular thing that we should not, there are many people who will come to your life and say be positive, be positive. Saying be positive will not make you positive. Staying, I say motivated in your life, be motivated, be motivated. It will hardly affect you. Actually, ultimately, the truth is that no one in the world can motivate you. No one in the world can motivate you. There is only one person that can motivate you, and that person is you, yourself. So guys, until unless you are ready to motivate yourself, no one in the world has that magic wand or has the magic stick that can motivate you. So until unless you are ready to motivate yourself. So be motivated, stay positive, and be calm always. So thank you very much, Ashutosh, once again for having me over here. It was a wonderful to speak with you. Thank you again.
Thank you, sir. Kindly stay tuned with Industry Insiders. We will be very soon. If you have any questions in your mind after the session, you can mail us on our official mail, officialindustryiinsiders@gmail.com, or you can also contact us on LinkedIn, Instagram, as well as on Facebook too. Our team always keep eye on all these things. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Sir, one
Thank you.
from
Thank
my
you so much.
side.
Yes,
फ्रॉम माय
Ashutosh,
साइड सर।
please.
सर ये जो हमारा सेशन कर रहे हैं ये कितना बेनिफिशियल है जो हमारे यूथ है उनके लिए?
ये जो सेशंस हम कर रहे हैं जिसका आज मैं पार्ट हूँ गाइस, अगर ये चीज उस टाइम पे अवेलेबल होती जब मैं कॉलेज में पढ़ रहा था, आई थिंक मैं आज अपनी जिंदगी में और ज्यादा अच्छे वे में आगे बढ़ रहा होता, मैं लाइफ को और अच्छे वे में समझ पाता। मेरे भी अलुमनाइज थे जो बहुत अच्छे थे, बहुत एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी लोग थे। आई विल नॉट नेम एनी वन बिकॉज देयर आर मेनी, वो बहुत सारे थे और मैंने उनसे बहुत कुछ अपनी लाइफ में सीखा है। बट मेरे टाइम पे ये चीज नहीं हो पाई, सो मैं उनके साथ उतना टच में नहीं रह पाया। आई थिंक मैं उतना उनसे ले नहीं पाया जितना वो दे सकते थे और आई थिंक मैं ले सकता था due to the lack of these particular platforms. And today we have such a beautiful platform. I'm sitting at a different place, you're sitting a far behind or far away from me, and we are connected and we are able to talk to the people who are sitting around the globe in this way. I think these are very useful platforms, and this is particularly a need, and this is like a bridge. It is going to work as a bridge between the college and the career. So I think you are doing a wonderful job, Ashutosh.
Okay, thank you, sir. These words motivate us very much, sir. Okay, thank you, sir.
Yes, sure, we can end up the meeting.
Okay.
Thank you.